exciting crossover between watch and jewelry, and we're talking here about metal types. Because as a matter of fact, it plays an important, if not pivotal role when it comes to choosing a watch or jewelry regarding its metal type, metal color, carat density. That's a conversation you don't want to miss. So let's start with watches. When you think inside a collector's mind, watch brands and collectors are meticulous when it comes to metal selection. It's not just about aesthetics, it's a statement. Platinum, for instance, is often reserved for the rarest, the most complicated, and exceptional timepieces. It's the ultimate luxury and collectible piece. Especially in the Middle East, for example, collectors will want to go with platinum Gensep watches because they never wear white gold pieces. Gold obviously comes next. Whether it's yellow, rose, or white, it has seen a resurgence and it's fascinating. Yellow gold, for example, has made a big comeback reminiscent of the vintage era, particularly the 60s, the 70s, or even before or after. And iconic watches like the Cartier Benoit or even the Ellipse from Patek Philippe, or the ultimate yellow gold watches from case to light or even sometimes integrated bracelets. The use of yellow gold is prized for their timeless appeal and nostalgic charm to some extent. Now, pink gold, on the other hand, has become more of a modern elegant status. And while its contemporary pink gold cases paired with salmon dials, for example, a vintage-inspired twist, are now hugely popular amongst collectors. The use of white gold remains timeless, easy, understating elegance and sophistication. And it's actually often chosen for its versatility and ability to highlight complex styles, mechanism, or even sometimes just the beauty of what's coming outside the case. Lastly, we can't really talk about metal without mentioning the use of steel, because yes, stainless steel is robust, most often affordable, used in sports watches, but also in vintage pieces. And stainless steel, as opposed to silver, if we have to make a parallel in jewelry, which is considered to be a precious metal, stainless steel isn't. And yet, some stainless steel watches have made world record when it comes to auctions. So now let's draw a parallel with jewelry. For jewelry enthusiasts, metal choice is as critical as it is to watch collectors. But here, we're not talking about a metal type, we're talking about gold density. Yes, you've heard me correctly. The carat of gold determines not just its color, but its craftsmanship and price point of the piece of jewelry you're actually wearing. 24 karat gold is the purest form, both in its density and the intensity of the yellow color, and is very often associated with either vintage jewelry or Middle Eastern inspired design. It exudes its richness and heritage that is unmistakable. Now, moving to 18 karat gold is probably the most common, what you've been seeing, trying on, and discovering amongst designer and fine or high jewelry brands. It's known for its perfect blend, but also purity and durability. 18 karat gold, which you can either read as 750 or 18K if you look inside your piece of jewelry, is a hallmark for exceptional craftsmanship, used in the most prestigious ateliers or workshop where jewelry are being created. The use of 14 karat gold in fine jewelry, or what is so-called jewelry, has been very debatable. That being said, it has gained acceptance because it is made of more than 58% of pure gold. The rest is just an alloy of metals that give the strength and durability. But the lower gold content makes it more affordable than 18 karat gold, and it's still maintaining a luxurious feel. Thanks to the United States, which has been using 14 karat gold in fine jewelry collection sold as precious jewelry alongside 18 karat gold use, it has only reached Europe in the last couple of years. That was once considered costume jewelry. It's no news to anyone that the price of gold has been skyrocketing in the last couple of years, to the point that many designers had to turn to 14 karat in order for them to keep creating pieces that are still accessible without compromising either the quality or the creativity of what they want to create. To some extent, it's also more practical for daily use because it's harder and more resistant to scratches. It also prevents the shape of your piece of jewelry to change because of the daily wear and what you're actually doing with your jewelry. You have probably seen that more and more engagement rings are being crafted in 14 karat gold. Yes, because of the price affordability, but also because of the hardness. Bear in mind that 18 karat gold engagement ring or even platinum have a better perceived and more luxurious value than the 14 karat one. If we keep talking on the 14 karat gold, it has also become a bridge between fine jewelry and fashion jewelry. I'm just going to put it out there, but remember that back in the days when you wanted to buy a piece of jewelry, you would have to go to your local jewelers. For the last probably 2 decades, women would buy a piece of jewelry as much as they would buy a designer purse, a hat, or a pair of designer shoes. A piece of jewelry is the ultimate accessory that will top up your fashionable look, which is probably one of the reasons why there is such a wide offer when it comes to jewelry that are considered fine and not costume jewelry ranging from 24, 18, or 14 karat gold. And this appeals to customers who want something more substantial than just gold-plated or vermeil pieces, or sometimes even brass when you think purely costume jewelry. But it's also a way for these clients who are not yet ready to invest into 18 or 24 karat gold. This is why it's also widely accepted now as part of fine jewelry collection. The designs are often bold, trendy, and wearable, and at the end of the day, it makes 14 karat gold look like a smart choice for those who take into consideration the balance between cost and style. Now, 9 karat gold is an even higher debate because it's lower purity at 37.5% of pure gold. And yet, it's still classified as gold jewelry. But this makes it even more affordable, but also much lighter and incidentally less vibrant when you think about the color of gold. Some people see 9 karat gold as lacking prestige and luxury stamping when it comes to fine jewelry. And I can't blame them. I have to agree that 24 and 18 karat gold would be the ultimate choice if you want to create a genuine piece of jewelry. And even if you don't ask me, I would personally be okay in choosing 14 karat gold if you want something quite big and bulky and like a statement piece and you can't really afford to put so many grams of gold considering of the price. So yes, there's a practical aspect for people choosing 9 karat gold in jewelry. But you can use it, for example, in charms. If you want to stack them, if you want to add them, that would be a good alternative to costume jewelry. Now, that being said, what is the key takeaways? For watch collectors, metal signifies rarity and style. For jewelry enthusiasts, gold carat speaks to craftsmanship and price point. In both worlds, these choices define not just a purchase, but an appreciation of what the artistry is behind. So, whether you're eyeing on a platinum tourbillon or a stunning 18 karat gold bracelet, remember, it's not just about what you wear, but it's the story that it tells.